Hi, my name is Mark Augustyn. We're here at the All Things Healing Studios. We're joined today by Dr. Neala Peake, who is the editor-in-chief of All Things Healing. Dr. Peake, thanks for joining us today. Tell us, Neala, a little bit about your work outside of All Things Healing.
Well, outside of All Things Healing, I have a doctorate in clinical psychology, and primarily I consider myself a healer, a teacher, and an author.
The work that you do now with meditation and spirituality is a little bit different than clinical psychology. Talk to us a little bit about the transition. How did you get from a PhD in clinical psychology to being a spiritual, meditative practitioner teacher?
Well, truthfully, I've always been fascinated with spirituality, even when I was going for my traditional doctorate in clinical psychology. And through a series of rather strange occurrences, I met up with a spiritual teacher many, many years ago and ended up both working with him, studying with him, traveling with him, and teaching with him. I spent about 6 years on the road, and during that time I learned quite a bit about meditation and also the use of spiritual energies, or what some people refer to as the subtle energies, and how to use them for healing.
In your studies, how much spirituality, meditation, when you were studying clinical psychology, I mean, how much of that world is included? Are they very separate? Does clinical psychology touch on some of the things that you're involved with now, or is it just a completely removed area of investigation?
Well, from my perspective, they're completely connected, because a lot of what meditation will do is it really awakens a lot of repressed emotions in people. This is a part of meditation that very few people know about. When you talk about meditation, people say it's a way of becoming calm, which it is. It's a way of quieting the mind, which it does. For some people, it's a way of becoming spiritually more enlightened, which it also will help you to do. But another part of it that a lot of people don't focus on is that in order to get there, you get there by dealing with what I refer to as your inner demons. Anything that keeps us from being at peace needs to be addressed in order to be able to truly be at peace.
So when you were studying, did you feel like there was something missing in your studies in that clinical psychology world? Did you feel like, there's something just not enough here for, where you were headed? I mean,
Always, but as sometimes that happens, I was lucky enough to have at least one professor who was very involved in spirituality, and really he was also one of my earlier mentors.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a book here that you've written called The Journey of Spiritual Cultivation. I noticed the subtitle here for your book, Dr. Peake, is Healing Through Meditation and Spiritual Practice. How do you actually employ that in your practice with students and people that you're dealing with?
Well, at this point, I work almost entirely with groups, and the foundation of the group is meditation. As we sit and do the particular form of meditation I work with, it does help to open up any blockages that a person has in their body. And in doing so, it will also release a lot of any kind of emotions that have not been dealt with earlier in their lives. Okay. So it becomes somewhat of a support group, and definitely a way of healing. And also over time, what we discover is that as we heal some of our emotional issues, the body becomes more relaxed, calmer, and our health improves.
Now, with the classes, are you dealing with people one-on-one? Is it always a group setting? Or what do you find works best for taking people into this world?
For me, I find it works better in a group setting. Each of us learns from watching what someone else goes through. And so if one person is doing some healing work, everybody in the group benefits.
Okay. Neala, where can people find copies of your book or purchase it?
Well, Amazon.com is one of them.
Okay, Amazon.com.
Yes.
And you have a website?
Yes, I do. NealaPeake.com.
NealaPeake.com. Well, there you have it. The Journey of Spiritual Cultivation, Healing Through Meditation and Spiritual Practice. Dr. Neala Peake, thank you very much for joining us here today. I'm Mark Augustyn at the All Things Healing Studios. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you here soon.